Hi, it's me, Brodie McLeod. I'm still at Signet Qstoke, Nash Ward, and I'm trying to explain something very complicated that I've allowed to become quite a large part of my life, doing lots of research and SWOT tests, strengths, opportunities, weaknesses, and threats, which you do with new inventions and what they call verticals, which are ways that you could convert a technology or use a physics theorem or theory or scientific methodology to create inventions. I can show you the document with some of the inventions from this thing called Imagenta. Magenta, right, doesn't exist. There is no pink in the rainbow. There is no such thing as pink light. It's something which is created from our brains and comes from nowhere. It's when we see red and blue photons together. This one has got some pretty wild, far out claims. Brain computer interface, deep ocean subsea, optical telemetry nodes, hypersonic aerospace structural health monitoring system, quantum algorithmic high frequency trading interconnects, tokamak fusion reactor plasma diagnostics, photochemical synthetic biology, DNA, RNA, volumetric printing, deep space exoplanet atmospheric spectroscopy, real-time lithospheric seismic mapping, zero power, agricultural microbiome mesh networks, magenta maser synthetic holographic therapeutics, lanthanide doped optimized cold storage. That's like a glass hard drive. Like there's loads of inventions you can make out of this thing, but what I wanted to read to you today is just a really simple explanation, because if, like me, I don't even have a science GCSE, I know a little bit about a lot of stuff, and the University of Life has put thoughts into my brain and ideas and concepts. I don't really know where they come from. I'm not telepathic. I don't hear voices in my head. But I do receive concepts or thoughts or notions which hit me quite profoundly, and I express sort of verbally, and it's difficult to channel. It is a bit like channeling. I got this information by centering myself and grounding myself. I didn't hear the words coming into my ears in an echoey sound like a telepath would. The idea, a bit like Minority Report, just kind of appears in a synesthesia-esque visualization through my brain, not through my eyes. Here's a script which hopefully anybody should be able to understand about Imagenta and how it works, and how I need your help to try and make it a success and save so many lives, change the pathway of our degraded and doomed civilization, and make an absolute fucking fortune along the way. Not that I want any of that. I'm happy to give it all away, and I guess that's the most important thing that I'm trying to achieve here is business and corporate sweat investment or physics patronage success, because I've wronged a lot of people, I've harmed a lot of people in my life, been very threatening and disrespectful and accusatory, and I haven't had an easy life. I've been the victim of a lot of different crimes. People have done some very horrible things to me and my family, or my family and I should say. Anyway, I'll crack on with this, otherwise the video will be too long. Have you ever thought about how the colour pink or magenta doesn't actually exist in the real world? There's no single wavelength of light that is magenta. When red light and blue light hit our eyes at the same time, our brain simply invents the colour magenta to fill in the gap. It's something our minds create, not something that's really out there in the rainbow. That's exactly why I named this technology Imagenta. It works with light in clever, creative ways that open up entirely new possibilities, just like our brain creates colours that aren't really there on their own. I'm not a physics professor. I don't have a lifetime academic titles or decades spent in the university lab. I have a broad, curious interest in how science and the world actually work. Through that curiosity, I discovered and developed a completely new way of using light and special materials, a fresh paradigm in engineering that I believe can genuinely change medicine and how we see and understand the body. I call it Imagenta. Today I want to explain in the simplest possible terms the kind of language anyone can understand, because this isn't just for scientists, it's something that can help real people. And I want to be completely honest from the very beginning, I cannot do this alone. As the person who discovered this new approach, I need a cohort of inspired, committed and engaging people to help turn this into real products and a successful business. Together we can build technologies that could be worth many billions within just a few years. If that idea excites you, please keep watching. What is Imagenta in plain English? It's a revolutionary new way to control and use light extremely precisely, extremely safely, and often with almost no power needed in the parts that actually touch or go inside the body. Think of it like giving doctors an imaging system a superpower, and imaging systems a superpower, the ability to see deep inside the body in 3D, create true floating images and treat problems with light in ways that are gentler and more accurate than anything we have today. The two areas I'm most excited about right now are the advanced medical imaging holography and deep tissue scanning and treatment, especially for cancer and other serious conditions. One of Imagenta's key breakthroughs, so let me explain one of the most important pieces in the simplest way that I can. So one of Imagenta's key breakthroughs is a smart new way to deliver precise light energy deep inside the body without harming healthy tissue. Here's how it works, like a story. The powerful laser and all the heavy cooling equipment stay safely in a base unit. Think of it as an engine room that never moves. A special, super clear, flexible cable carries the light to a tiny, lightweight tool that can be attached to an existing robotic arm right next to the patient. The light pulse travelling down that cable is prepared in a special way, a bit like a gently stretching rubber band, so that it can travel safely without losing its strength or getting blurry. Then the lightweight tool end, special crystals use their own natural properties to perfectly snap that stretched light pulse back to its sharpest, most powerful point, exactly at the tiny spot inside the tissue where we need it. This works because of a beautiful, simple trick with the light. Two gentle beams of infrared light only become strong enough to do precise work when they meet at one exact tiny point. Everywhere else they do almost nothing. It's like two friends who only combine their strength when they're standing right next to each other at the right place at the right time. The result, we can target problem areas deep in the body with incredible accuracy without cutting into healthy tissue or causing unwanted damage or heat around the target. This whole base unit plus smart cable plus clever lightweight tool way of doing things is something completely new, a world first in making this kind of precise, safe light work practical for real medical use. It means procedures that once required big machines or major surgery could potentially become much simpler and gentler. Advanced imaging and true holography. Imagenta also opens up powerful new possibilities for advanced imaging and true holography. Using special glowing nanoparticles and clever ways of crossing light beams, we can create real 3D images and maps that actually exist in space, not flat pictures on a screen. Where the beams meet, tiny points of light appear exactly where we want them. This lets us build floating 3D holograms that doctors or anyone can walk around and see with their own eyes. No special glasses required. In medicine, this is huge. Doctors can have instant, real-time 3D maps of tumours or organs. They can plan treatments by literally seeing a holographic heat map of exactly where radiation or light energy will go, helping protect healthy tissue. We can also create fast, solid-state 3D scanners that steer light beams instantly using electricity or sound waves inside special crystals, no spinning mechanical parts that wear out or slow down. This gives incredibly detailed scans, even in moving parts of the body like a beating heart or breathing lungs. These approaches are unique because they combine materials and system designs in ways that haven't been done before for practical everyday medical tools. It's not just making old scanners a bit better, it's a whole new foundation of how light can safely interact with the human body and create real 3D understanding. Why this matters so much. It solves real painful problems in medicine. Precision without collateral damage. Light only affects the exact tiny spot we choose. Speed and reliability. Instant steering and focusing with no mechanical inertia. Safety and accessibility, potentially less need for harmful radiation or invasive procedures, and easier to work with equipment hospitals already have. Efficiency, many of the key sensing parts can work with almost no power of their own. For patients and society, this could mean an earlier and more accurate detection, gentler and more effective treatments, better planning for therapies, and new ways for doctors to truly see what's happening inside the body in 3 dimensions. The business opportunity. On the business side, independent market forecasts for advanced medical imaging, surgical navigation, radiotherapy planning tools, and true 3D holographic displays show enormous markets, hundreds of billions, trillions of pounds over the coming decade. Imagenta's specific innovations give us a strong position to capture significant value quickly. We have a clear path to a range of real products that could generate multi-billion pound value within just a few years. As we move from concepts to prototypes, clinical work, partnerships, and real-world use in hospitals and clinics. I cannot do this alone. I need you. As the person who discovered this new paradigm, I'm incredibly excited, but I'm also realistic. I have a broad scientific knowledge and saw how these ideas about light could fit together in fresh, powerful ways, but turning this into approved medical devices, manufacturing processes, clinical evidence, and thriving company requires many different skills and many passionate people working side by side. That's why I'm speaking directly to you now. I need a cohort of inspired, committed, and engaging people to join me. Whether you're an engineer who loves building precise, elegant systems, a medical professional who sees the potential for better patient care, someone with business or operations experience who can help scale this, a designer or communicator who can help share the vision, or simply someone who believes technology should genuinely help people, your energy and skills are needed. I cannot do this alone. But with the right team, we can take these ideas and turn them into technologies that improve lives and create tremendous value. If this resonates with you, if you want to be part of something groundbreaking in medical imaging, holography, and deep tissue light technologies, please reach out. Comment below, send me a message, connect with me. Let's talk about how we can work together. We have the technical foundations, the medical applications, and market potential already documented and ready. Now we need the people to bring it to life. Thank you so much for watching. If this inspires you, please like, share, and subscribe.